Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking an incredible story called Nothing is Free. It follows a young guy named Leo and literally breaks down what it actually costs in pure grit and resilience to make your business dreams a reality. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. What does it actually take to turn absolutely nothing into a thriving business? In a world where we're constantly bombarded with these overnight success stories, Leo's journey brings us right back down to reality. It's your classic hero's journey of entrepreneurship. We're talking facing impossible odds, hitting rock bottom, and choosing to climb back up anyway.
So, meet our protagonist, Leo. He's a 20-year-old kid living in a quiet mountain town, and he's got these massive dreams of owning a whole chain of restaurants. But, well, his reality is pretty tough. His family is struggling just to make ends meet. His dad, Mark, is a mechanic, his mom, Claire, cleans houses, and Leo is carrying this huge weight. He desperately wants to provide a better life for them, and especially for his 10-year-old sister Sophie, who basically looks up to him as her absolute hero.
One evening, just feeling totally overwhelmed by the poverty, Leo opens up and shares his big ambitions with his dad. And his father, Mark, delivers what is really the inciting incident of our story, this foundational reality check. He tells him, dreams are not free. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Start with what you have, even if it's small. Now those words, they fundamentally shift Leo's mindset. They literally become the engine that drives this entire narrative forward.
Taking that advice straight to heart, Leo looks at what he does have. The town loves fresh bread, right? But there's no local bakery. So he makes his very first major leap of faith. He walks miles to approach this famously grumpy local baker, Mr. Anderson. Now keep in mind, Leo has absolutely zero money. We're talking probably not even enough for a single pastry. But he looks this highly skeptical businessman right in the eye, and he asks him to front him a 1-week supply of bread on pure trust. He promises to sell it, return the money, and just keep a tiny profit. It is an incredibly bold move, leveraging nothing but his own visible determination.
Crazy enough, Mr. Anderson actually agrees, and Leo doesn't waste a second. Look at this rapid progression. Day 1, he's at the park handing out free samples, just greeting people with immense energy. By month 2, that relentless hustle buys him a small transport cart. Month 3, he takes the terrifying step of learning to bake himself. And by year 1, he actually opens his own shop. This initial growth is fueled 100% by early mornings and sheer willpower.
But, jumping from month 2 to month 3 brought a brand new challenge. To increase his profit margins, a customer suggests Leo should just bake his own bread. So Leo goes back to Mr. Anderson to ask for lessons. But notice the fantastic friction here. Anderson points out, why should I teach you? If you bake, you won't buy from me anymore. That's bad for my business, which, hey, is a completely fair point. Leo realizes he has to scale his skills. So he manages to win over his reluctant mentor by promising to help Anderson's bakery if he eventually succeeds. Anderson agrees, but he gives Leo a fair warning. This takes immense patience and hard work. Breaking it down, the process was absolutely grueling. Step 1, mix the flour. Step 2, knead the heavy dough. Step 3, perfect to bake. This wasn't just following some quick recipe. No, this was a deeply physical, exhausting process that really became the true road of trials in our explainer today. Leo had to completely break himself down before the sun even came up just to master these fundamental steps.
3 a.m. That was the painful, pitch-dark hour Leo had to drag himself out of bed every single morning to get to the bakery. He stood there for hours, ruining batch after batch of bread. The dough would come out way too hard or way too soft, and his hands physically ached from the constant kneading.
There were definitely moments where Leo sat down, just totally defeated, wondering if he was even cut out for this. But despite the ruined batches and the physical pain, he kept remembering his father's words. Dreams are not free. He treated every single ruined loaf as a crucial lesson. He realized that if he really wanted to own a business, giving up was simply not an option. He practiced carefully, and slowly, his bread became perfect. Armed with his new skills, Leo starts baking from home. His family pitches in, his products are a massive hit, and he starts making some real money. But just as Leo finds this incredible momentum, a massive new threat emerges in town. This young guy named Eric opens up a brand new bakery. Suddenly, a major competitor has arrived, and Leo watches in horror as his hard-earned sales immediately begin to plummet. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why customers were leaving. On one side, you have Leo's cart, modest, traditional, relying entirely on the taste of the food, and on the other, Eric's bakery, A big, fancy brick-and-mortar shop bursting with colorful signs and decorations. It was the shiny new thing in town. Customers were naturally curious, and Leo's livelihood was under immediate, severe threat.
Now, a lot of people would just panic and fold right here. Not Leo. Instead of getting angry, he treated this new competition like a masterclass in market research. He literally went out and asked his customers what they liked about Eric's shop. When they mentioned the clean look and beautiful designs, Leo adapted. He used his hard-earned savings to paint his cart and add bright decorations. He even hit up the local library, watched a bunch of videos, and taught himself how to decorate cakes. He leveled up his own business skills to win back his town.
His adaptation completely worked. Customers returned, his business grew, and finally we hit the highest point of our store yet. Leo saved enough money to open his very own brick-and-mortar shop, appropriately naming it Leo's Fresh Bakes. Sure, it wasn't quite as big as Eric's, but it was incredibly warm and welcoming. Even better, it became a full-on family operation. His sister Sophie chatted with the customers, his mom Claire handled the accounts, and Leo baked before sunrise. His dream was actually coming alive.
But just when you think he's made it, life throws the ultimate test. One stormy night, right as Leo is closing up, disaster strikes. He smells smoke. A fire has broken out near the oven. Leo rushes in with water and manages to stop the flames from taking the whole building, but the damage is done. Much of his incredibly expensive bakery equipment is severely damaged. After everything he sacrificed, his entire dream is quite literally threatening to turn to ashes.
The townspeople see the damage the next morning and they start whispering that this might just be the end for him. He doesn't have the savings to replace that equipment, so what's the move here? Do you just pack it in, or do you start from zero all over again? Heartbroken, but refusing to be defeated, Leo calculates his savings and realizes, yeah, he's in deep trouble. But instead of sitting around worrying, he seeks out his old mentor, the now retired Mr. Anderson, for advice one last time. And Mr. Anderson delivers this incredible line. He says, "Leo, you already know the answer. You've taught yourself that nothing is free." It was the ultimate push. He told Leo to rely on his own proven resilience, work harder, believe in himself, and others would believe in him too. Inspired, Leo doesn't wait around for a rescue. He just starts baking from home again with whatever little equipment he had left, promising his loyal customers he wouldn't let them down. And because he showed that incredible grit, the most amazing thing happens. The community rallies behind him. They saw a young man helping himself, so they stepped right in. They donated ingredients, handed over small amounts of money, and literally gave their own free time to help him clean and repair the bakery. Driven by the love of his community, Leo rebuilds better than ever, adding fresh paint and brand new menu items. The grand reopening is a massive success. The town's mayor even attends, standing before the crowd and calling Leo a true inspiration for never giving up. Leo cemented his business as way more than just a place to buy bread. It became a permanent symbol of hope for the entire region. People from neighboring towns even started visiting just to meet him.
So the crucial point is, what can we actually learn from all of this? The source text distills Leo's journey into 4 definitive takeaways. Number 1, dreams are not free. They absolutely require hard work and sacrifice. Number 2, failure is not the end. It's just a chance to learn and grow stronger. Number 3, help yourself first. When people see your effort, they will naturally want to support you. And finally, number 4, never give up. The darkest moments are often just before success.
Leo didn't just build a bakery. He built a life full of purpose, respect, and pride out of sheer determination. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought today. What is your dream? And more importantly, knowing that absolutely nothing in this world is handed to you, are you willing to pay the price of hard work to achieve it? Remember, nothing is free, but everything is possible. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.